must be something on your mind. I know that you're lonely and you've been for a while. Can see it in your eyes, can see it in your smile. I don't wanna let go, I don't wanna let go. We've been wanting more for so many years, and now it's finally here, finally here. I don't wanna hold back, I don't wanna hold back. Just hold you close and never let you go. 'Cause girl, you're beautiful, girl, you're beautiful. Girl, you're beautiful, girl, you're beautiful. There's more to say than how the story's told. Our hearts beat as one. We can't let that go to waste. All these memories can't fade away. They were made out of gold. They'll be there when we're old. I don't wanna let go, I don't wanna let go. We've been wanting more for so many years, and now it's finally here, finally here. I don't wanna hold back, I don't wanna hold back. Just hold you close and never let you go. 'Cause girl, you're beautiful, girl, you're beautiful. After the fall down, I'm here with you tonight. Sing with me if you love me. Oh, I will never run away from you. I will never walk away from you. Let's fly away to the sky where no one could hold us down. Can we see ocean between us? The love never ever fall. The love will never dry out. I'll dive into the ocean, dive into the ocean, dive into the ocean, dive into the ocean. I'll dive into the ocean. Ocean. rise up again. Oh, you're here with me tonight. Even the gravity can't hold us down. And we are going up, still going up, to find where we belong. Let's fly away to the sky, where no one could hold us down. Can this the ocean between us? Our love never ever falls. The love will never dry out. I'll dive into the ocean, dive into the dive into the ocean, dive into the I'll dive into the ocean.
Why are we scared of the unknown and not the past? Look for distractions so we can get it off our minds. It's hard to stand when we don't feel strong. But look around, we are never alone. It's hard to stand when we don't feel strong. But look around, we are never alone. Don't give up, it's not the end. This could be the best that's ever been. Don't give up, it's not the end. Just give it time, it'll be alright again. Just give it time, it'll be alright again. It'll be alright again. We've got a fire inside our soul that don't go out. We're beautiful people that can't quit pressing on. It's hard to stand when we don't feel strong. But look around, we are never alone. It's hard to stand when we don't feel strong. But look around, we are never alone. Don't give up, it's not the end. This could be the best thing
empty. The only thing I can see is my own silhouette. I'm getting stronger, step by step. The clock is ticking, but there's no time for regrets. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe, trying to protect your soul. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Show any fear. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe, trying to protect your soul. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Sky. We are heroes tonight. Town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe, trying to protect your soul.
On my own, but I don't know why. You hit the road, but you don't realize I won't look back when you're around. I won't think twice when you're gone. Don't hesitate to call me back, 'cause I won't be there. I won't look back when you're around. I won't think twice when you're gone. Don't hesitate to call me back, 'cause I won't be there. I won't look back. 'Cause I won't look back. I won't look back. I don't know why. She told me it's not your fault, but you don't realize that I never want to watch the truth.
look back when you're around. I won't think twice when you're gone. Don't hesitate to pull me back, 'cause I won't be there. I won't look back when you're around. I won't think twice when you're gone. Don't hesitate to pull me back, 'cause I won't be there. I won't look back.
to be the one. I never meant to take your heart. I never felt so hard. I never meant to be the one. I never thought I'd break your heart. And after the stars have crumbled to dust, we still feel the
I've been heading down a one-way street, can't turn around. You've been taking every part of me, now you know where to be found. You got me confused, a little off balance. Thought I knew you, but you got bad habits. I only see blue when I'm thinking about you, thinking about you. I'm feeling anxious and slowly breaking. Give you my heart, but you keep my waiting. Searching for answers, no explanation. You make love so complicated. I'm feeling anxious and slowly breaking. Give you my heart, but you keep my waiting. Searching for answers, no explanation. You make love so complicated. You make love so complicated. damn tired of trying to understand why I still believe that what we have was ever meant to last. Guess you made a fool of me. You got me confused, a little off balance. Thought I knew you, but you got bad habits. I only see blue when I'm thinking about you, thinking about you. I'm feeling anxious and slowly breaking. Give you my heart, but you keep my waiting. Searching for answers, no explanation. You make love so complicated. I'm feeling anxious and slowly breaking. Give you my heart, but you keep my waiting. No explanation. You make love so complicated. I'm slowly breaking. You make love so complicated. I'm only seeing blue. Make love so complicated.
What's up? How y'all doing today, boys? Whew! Alright. Big one today against Tranmere. Another opportunity for us to get something out of it. Last time out against Salford, it was maybe not the most boring game in the world, but not much came out of it. It was a 0-0, but it was a hard-fought, scrappy 0-0 that I think that we thoroughly deserved. I think it was, a good point away from home. Couple of good performances in that particular game, at least defensively. And speaking of defensively, actually, we're going to be seeing Byler starting on that left-hand side over Jack Curry, who is currently still not 100% in form. Not in form, but not 100% in general. Picked up a bit of a knock on that FA Cup game and still out, unfortunately. Not even on the team sheet, which is... yeah, it's definitely something you don't want. I did mention in my Wombles Had a Dream podcast reaction video that I uploaded yesterday, saying that Jack Curry is an established, maybe a low-end League One defender. If he were to be playing in a League One team, I think he's ready. And I think, it's bit of a loss. And from what I heard, Byler got caught a little bit out of position at times, but he is energetic and can provide on the attacking end. So hopefully, at the very least, he can provide some very interesting, openings. And the game will be a little bit open-ended with Byler on the pitch, but we'll see how he does defensively. Other than that, everything remains standard, 4-2-3-1, with no changes aside from that. Ogundere on the right-hand side over Gunter, who's going to be playing on the World Cup, of course. I forgot about that, but we'll see how he does in that regard. Oh, Towler. I love how I said no changes other than that, and I missed two other ones. Ogundere over Gunter, and Towler starting at center back over Alex Pearce. Towler, of course, played defensive mid on a couple of occasions, and center back on a couple of occasions, this time the latter. Against Tranmere, though, 4-4-2, pretty standard. Pretty decent dynamic duo up top in Hemmings and Lewis. Let's see. I had my stats page. Okay, let me see something here. Paul Lewis, 1 goal, 2 assists on the season. He's played for teams like Cambridge and Northampton. In his last 4 seasons, he's scored no less than 4 goals, which is not the best statistic in the world, but give him an inch, he'll take something out of it. And then of course Kane Hemmings, very solid player. He's had multiple double-digit goals, or no, double-digit seasons, rather. I don't know. Can score from anywhere. Target man. He can turn and shoot. Very dangerous individual. And then, of course, another skipper on that left-hand side, Josh Hawks. Never seems to take the ball more than 2 yards off his feet. Really keeps the ball close to his feet and always looks to release the ball as soon as he receives it. Kind of the opposite of an Ayuba Sal, who always wants to take someone on and always wants to create something himself. But yeah, can put a good ball in. On the other side, Kieran Morris. Don't know as much about him, but what I do know is he's played for Walsall for 5 seasons. Average maybe about 3 or 4 goals a season and 3 or 4 assists a season. Pretty consistent across the board. So even though they are 6 unbeaten, they are a decent side. So that unbeaten streak can be snapped at any moment. From our unbeaten streak can be snapped at any moment, and hopefully we'll be on form today. Okay, looks to me like we're going to be starting up in about a minute or 2. Sorry if I sound a little bit boring to start the stream. Kind of tired, but I'm pretty tired every stream. I mean, I'll work my way into it. For those of you that are new to the channel, welcome along. It is currently 7 a.m. over here in California. Why do I support AFC Wimbledon? Well, not a long story, but I played FIFA 16 career mode because they were the lowest ranked team in the game, just for the shits, right? Just for shits and giggles, and then I started following the team. And that's when I found out about their story and their upbringing. And what a better time. I couldn't have picked a better time to start following the team. That was the Great Escape season. Eventually, as I continued to follow them that same season, I decided to buy a match pass against Wickham, where we won 2-1. And I was going to say I haven't looked back since, but that wasn't the game where I really started to support the team. It was the FA Cup tie that we had against West Ham. That was when I really just decided, you know what, I'm on board with this. I really am. Anyway.
Plough Lane, you got to see the stadium on that day as well, which was good, but such a sad sound. Absolutely right, Rob. I think we'd all like to add our personal tribute. Just the game kicks off a very quick game, don't we?
All right, listening to the Tranmere commentary. Hopefully, I will not be let down. Right away, Paul Kalambai winning a header over their striker. And throw in for AFC Wimbledon here. Ooh, Chislett has space. That's a challenge, though. We got a bit of... Oh, I think we have a... Yeah, we got some Scouse. What is it? Scouse commentators. Where Tranmere is... Where is Tranmere located? There's Ogundare. Oh yeah, dude, it's right off the coast of Liverpool, actually. Okay. I didn't know it was that close, my bad. It's like a good 10-15 minutes from city center. Anyway, nothing came about that throw in. Josh Davison tried to get onto it, but the center back just kind of shielded it out. Anyway, let me just put on my scoreboard. Goal kick. Header straight up in the air. Towler clear. I did not know that. The more you know. Woodyard played on loan at Tranmere. Anyway, number 3 barreling down that left-hand side. Lewis had a little bit too much space there as the ball was played into him from the left-hand side. Woodyard tried to get a challenge in, but just missed on the challenge there. a bit of a gap between Towler and Kalambai in that instance, and Kalambai maybe getting there just in time to put off the shot a little bit, as the shot was down to Zanev's right. Oof. Chislett being pressed, but he's going to be... Yeah, tried to clear his lines, blocked, goal kick. Okay. Yeah, AFC Wimbledon just getting caught off guard a little bit there. Got sleeping on that exchange. But thankfully the shot from Lewis was not the most powerful one in the world. Zanev just beating it away, playing it safe. Doesn't want to give any shitty rebounds there, but yeah. I gotta say, Zanev has improved over the last 4 or 5 games or so. Distribution and just in general form. I will get the scoreboard up as soon as next dead ball comes around. Open there. Oh, quick free kick here as Magoma tries to lump it over the top, headed away. Nice interception there by Ogundera. A square ball to the left-hand side was cut off by him. Davidson. Okay. There we go. Got the scoreboard up now. Anyway. Nice header there, won by Towler off clearance. Oh, ball over the top. Still not able to get there.
It's brilliant for Tranmere to have him back in. You know, he's a leader, isn't he? He's a born winner, isn't he? Local lad, and he'd be delighted to be back in the team.
Another header won by Towler. Well, Magoma picking up a ball off the middle, immediately tries to lump it over the top. Keeper came out. Sweeper keeper there as Asal was running onto it. Woodyard has some space here. He's going to take someone on 1v1, cuts it to his right. He's going to take a shot on. Not the best shot in the world. Got blocked. Bit of scrappy play here from Tranmere, giving the ball away several times with square balls, not finding their man, and a clearance there was straight on the ground, but goes all the way back to Zanev though. But it looks to me like we're doing a good job, you know, defensively pressing them a little bit, forcing some errors.
Just watching Wimbledon, having a look at their formation. That Harry Pell, and soon as it's a free bit of play, as soon as Wimbledon, he is alongside. He looks a big lump as well, doesn't he? 6 foot plus. He's trying to get in the box on every occasion, so I'd imagine they're wanting to put balls.
Put some respect on Harry Pell's name. Commentators already noticing Harry Pell and his potential contribution.
For Colchester as well. Harry Pell, he's a big unit.
Yeah.
He's just on the floor, Harry Pell, after
Needs to get up, doesn't he?
yeah, he's a big man, he can take that.
Gundera wins a header there on the midfield. Davison holding it up, but Mary gets there and clears it. Ooh. Woodyard gets brought down, no foul there. O'Connor gonna play it to the right. Decent recovery there from Byler on that left-hand side. Initially, it was a through ball, and he got beat. He wasn't too far out of position. He was able to recover and put off the cross a little bit, forced the cross to go out for a goal kick there. Just good positioning there from Byler, getting back.
He's got the ability to put a great ball in with his right foot as well, hasn't he?
Simeon there.
Big header. Morris loses his battle. It's won back by Wimbledon. Towler.
Ogundere has found himself in that central area a lot. He likes to go to that central area to try to win some headers. He's already won several. So nicely done there by Ogundere. Also cutting off a square ball from the center going to the left-hand side earlier and contributing to a potential attack.
Not got going, needs to settle down. Just take that extra touch. Find the player's feet.
Chislett, right hand side and towards.
Ooh, nicely done by Davison to hold it up. A Sal. Oh, get in! Get in! Yes! AFC Wimbledon take the lead early on with Josh Davison holding it up there from a ball forward from Ogundere. Just immediately took a touch toward the center, and Chislett taking a touch into space. Or sorry, Sal taking a touch into space. And Chislett the ball just fell perfectly to him as Sal tried to cross it low and hard. Partially deflected off someone and just found himself in a good area. Blasted it just over the keeper there on the near post. That was a very good finish there from Ethan Chislett. Really had to thread that laced effort over the keeper to keep it under the bar, and that was a very good finish. Yeah, that cross was intended for Pell low and hard, and it deflected off of Davies. The center back wasn't able to get there in time. Gets in, boys. Very quiet there is the commentator.
First time finish into the top corner, 8 minutes in. It's Tranmere 0, Wimbledon.
Get in, boys. Anyway. An attack on that right-hand side from Tranmere. It's going to be a throw-in after the... looks to me like Kane Hemmings was holding it up there, and he played it over to the outside mid, who just got the cross blocked.
Lewis just about. Flicks to Kieran Morris. Cogley back into Paul. First time Prostrom. Cogley towards the back post.
Ooh, cross comes in. Danger hasn't passed. AFC Wimbledon.
Of the grateful goalkeeper. Cogley back into Paul. First time Prostrom. Cogley towards the back post.
Yeah, it looked to me like back post. That was Hawks there that was trying to volley it towards goal from that cross coming on the right. It got blocked, and Zanev collected it, thankfully. 3 goals and 2 for Chiz. You love to see it. I was talking about how Chislett probably is going to be the sacrificial lamb once NYC comes back, but it's a tough sell to take him off anyway because he's in good form. Harry Pell was in good form too. I'm saying it's either going to be him or Pell coming off for NYC once he comes off of injury, but until then, I mean, Chislett is in good form. 3 goals and 2, as mentioned.
Christian Dennis in the goals again, and Stockport County have taken the lead against Leighton Orient. Miles Hippolyte.
I'm gonna be switching back to the home commentary anyway.
And I think it's Ethan Chislett and Ethan Bristow who are just more than a number in the little ref's book.
Yeah, there was a bit of a tussle there between Chislett and Hawks. I don't think. Do they get in the book? I didn't quite see. Regardless, so I don't think it's too much of a problem as Chislett is not on 4. Wasn't on 4 yellow cards before that. This is the last game before the yellow cards reset. So hopefully, you know, Asal, the likes of Asal and maybe a couple others on 4 yellows don't pick up a yellow. But yeah, Chislett did pick up a yellow, unfortunately. And as well as Josh Hawks, both number 11s.
Forward goes the goal kick then from Doohan. Morris tries to flick it on down the right-hand side, deflects out of play. It's going to be a throw into Tranmere to be taken by Josh Dakers Cogley. What say you, Dave, there with that opening goal for Ethan Chislett?
Yeah, it was an excellent goal, although having watched it back on the replay, I think the keeper might be a little disappointed, but he finished it nicely from a narrow angle. And then I'm slightly confused by the booking. The number 11 basically squared up to both Chislett and Callum Baye in separate incidents. Arguably should have got 2 yellows on your bike. Chislett appeared to just be pushed. So I'm somewhat confused, but I often am by the officials at this level.
Yeah, it looked to me like Chislett was just kind of... Oh.
I think so, yeah.
Magoma gets stuck in a challenge. Nicely done. Back to Magoma from Asal. Bit of a tight space, but keeps it in. Loses on the physicality, though. And concedes the throw to Tranmere.
There we go. Still though 1-0 to the Dons, and just confirmation not Ethan Bristow. Josh Hawkes, the number 11 down that far side, was the man carded. So the two number 11s are in the book already then this afternoon, as Tranmere will have themselves another throw now down their right-hand side. Josh Dakers-Cogley will take it. Flicked on into the penalty area by Lewis. Hemmings is after it, but in the end it's a combination of Towler and then Kalambayi that between them see that one.
Nicely done, Kalambayi. So far, nothing has gotten past Towler. There was one through ball that Kalambayi wasn't able to get to in the 3rd minute. Thankfully, the shot from Lewis was not the paciest down to Zanev's right-hand side, who beat it away from corner, which is Tranmere's only chance of the game so far. Come on, Bieler.
Down the line, pursued by Morris. Eventually tries to get a foot in, and Tranmere in the end have cleared it high and away towards this near side.
Way.
Tom Davis, who's just looped it high and out of play.
Bieler's got a bit of pace on him. He picked it up. He picked up a ball from the left-hand side and took a few heavy touches forward and forced the throw in. Oh, beautiful from Ayuba. Sal draws the foul on the left with a bit of a chop, a Ronaldo chop, and beats his defender there. Yeah, he held the ball up from the throw and all of a sudden beats his man. That is, I would have to say that's yellow card worthy there. Maybe the commentators are exaggerating a bit, but Sal would have been clean through on the left-hand side to put a ball into the box, and the outside back just kind of held on to him, wrapped his arms around him, and didn't like throw him down, but just kind of held on a little bit. Chislett can whip a very good ball in, so let's see what he does here. Too close to the keeper, though. And here's Bristow on the left. Ah, that's nothing. Ogundare follows him, and he goes down easy.
Confrontation earlier on, which somehow Ethan Chislett managed to get himself dragged into and ultimately yellow carded. Anyway, it's Bristow then looking to hit the bullseye with this particular free kick for Tranmere down their left-hand side. Quarter of an hour gone. In comes the free kick now. Towards the edge of the Dons.
Free kick all the way to the back post. Harry Pell just sees it out defensively and draws the foul. Nicely done. That was nice as the ball kind of floated to the back post and Pell just kind of shrugged off his man Simiu, the center back, and then just waited for the ball to go out of play, but got brought down beforehand.
Well, indeed, I noticed the number 11 there who was booked has continued his dialogue with Ethan Chislett, so it's probably worth keeping an eye on that. And that was just a clever bit of work.
Oh, sorry, I'm kind of tired. I'm always tired, though, when I wake up 6:30 a.m., but I do it because I love the Dons. Dude, if I lived in the East Coast of the U.S., it would be a lot easier. Like, I could wake up at like 9 in the morning, have some breakfast beforehand, and then like go on the live streams. But I'm more than happy to do this. Ooh.
Well, certainly the Dons having the better of them at the moment with that single goal lead given to them by Ethan Chislett. They've got a throw now on the near side with Biller. Thrown into Woodyard towards this near side. Back with Towler. Loops the ball high and forward in towards the edge of the box.
Ooh. Davison holding it up. Chislett now on the right-hand side. Nicely done by Davison to hold it up again. Even though he didn't get on the ball, he allowed Chislett to get into space.
Slid forward now into Chislett trying to twist and turn away from Bristow on the far side. It's with Magoma now. Tries to slide it down the line.
Good ball, Magoma. Oof.
In the end, too much purchase put on that particular pass.
Decent through ball there from Magoma, but Asal got out-muscled there by Mary, the center mid. Out for a goal kick.
4 across there. And how many times has that changed already this season? But he looks comfortable there at the moment. Coming in this afternoon in place of course, the on form Jack Curry.
Nothing on that. Callum Bay just winning the header.
Indeed, and it's another foul on Pell towards us near side. And
Attaboy Pell.
On form.
Referee, if you don't get a
Maybe
goal,
Callum Bay just kind of looming over the guy's back a little bit to win that header, but I still don't think it was enough for a foul. And Harry Pell just taking a heavy touch forward and drawing the foul.
On the part of the home fans rather than a genuine a case of a grievance and indeed unjust refereeing, I think.
I think the problem Tranmere have got is we're first to every ball at the moment. It's been a good performance in that regard, and yeah, they certainly should have had more than the 1 yellow card in my view.
Yeah, I think the tone's kind of been set for the afternoon here, just after the first quarter of an hour.
Oof. Pell trying to nod it forward to somebody, but too close to the keeper there. He's already had a few really nice setups with those headers.
Say, Michael, I think Chris Gunter, the way Isaac Ogundere's playing, he might regret his decision to go to Qatar.
Ogundere's playing fantastic in this game so far, I gotta say.
Here's Woodyard now, midway inside his own half with a flicked header towards the near side. Steered forward by Leo Connor, looking for Kieran Morris, but it was too far ahead of him. Riley Towler able to just shepherd that one behind for another goal kick to the Dons. Tranmere 0, Wimbledon 1 then. The felicitous early tidings that we bring you from Prenton Park then here this afternoon. You're with myself, Mike.
Let's see if there are any results around the league that are worth noting.
Sees the early initiative against Tranmere.
It's a nice dilemma to have though, Dave, in talking about Chris Gunter and Isaac Ogundere there. And
Harrogate 1-0 over Mansfield, that's decent. Oh, again Davison holding it up here. Chislett beats his man. He's gonna... Oh! Such a good opportunity there. Just try to play a Sal 4 and the pass was too heavy. A Sal would have been clean through on goal. Anyway, great punt from the keeper there as Hawks brings it down. Throw in though. Yes, throw in for AFC Wimbledon. Good shit. Paris Magoma. Just kind of forcing Hawks to go to ground there with a little bit of a shoulder shrug. Davison holding it up again. Pell Groot. Oh. Good football from AFC Wimbledon as Pell tried to play it forward from the knockdown from Davison, but out for a throw-in. Oh. Pell plays Davison forward, but a little bit away from goal. Davison forced back to play it back to Ogundere. Back to Davison. Oof.
And in the end, it's Bristow who clears it high and forward for Tranmere. Hemmings now tussling around the far side with Callum Bailly.
Nothing. Callum Bailly is just out-muscling him.
And away centre half having to Bristow who clears it high and forward for Tranmere. Hemmings now tussling around the far side with Callum.
Maybe a little bit of hands-on approach there from Callum Bailly.
From the home supporters. But to be absolutely nothing wrong with that challenge whatsoever. It's a 6-2-3
Nah.
all day long, and that was reflected in the
He wasn't holding on to him like over the shoulder or anything. Just kind of, just, you know, a little bit of hand fighting there, a little bit of tugging, but nothing much. Callum Bailly is just doing a good job keeping Hemmings at bay.
Intercepted by Tranmere, but cleared only as far as Woodyard. Now is Chislett on the edge of the penalty area. Finds a Sal now just to the left of the box.
Asal gonna take someone on. Two people on actually. Cross. Splits the two defenders there with the cross and forces the corner as the center back cleared his lines. Yeah, it was Davies that stuck a foot out there with his left foot. Playing it safe, not taking any chances, out for a corner. Chiz needs to take every corner from now on, and he will do once again.
And it comes now from Chislett right into heart of the 6-yard box. It's a Tranmere head that gets it partially clear. Mighty swipe at the ball then from Montgomery. It deflects away towards the
near post there, headed away. Montgomery tried to volley it towards goal, blocked. Wasn't the worst corner in the world, but nobody was able to get onto that near post to try to flick it on.
To aim for down the line. Pell's one of them, indeed, aimed for him as well to get the flick on into the penalty area. Davison now just on the edge of the box, tries to shield the ball, but in the end it's taken away from him. Now Tranmere tried to go forward with Morris, and then
Yeah, Morris just tried to be too cute and flick it on to somebody. Gave it away.
Again, Tranmere getting the ball clear up towards halfway, but Magoma can take over once again, but it's another misplaced pass, looking for Pell, and instead only found Davis, and now is a chance for O'Connor. Away to Bristow now over on that far.
Bristow has so much space on the left there. Okay, Ogunder is closing down Hawks.
Hawks turns and tries to move away from Ogunder, makes his way gradually in.
Ogunder continues to just stick onto him like a leech.
Slip forward down the right-hand side, but very well intercepted there by Biller.
Nicely done, Biller. And nicely done, Ogunder. Not giving Hawks any bit of space there, forcing him to cut one way, then the other, then play it square to a center back. And then Biller also closing down the space, winning the ball and drawing the foul there. As center mid just sticking a foot out and bringing him down. Very impressed with our outside back so far.
Tranmere 0, Wimbledon 1. It's Riley Towler now to take the kick for the Dons, just on halfway, floated away towards that far side.
As well as Pell. Winning every header virtually.
It's grabbed by Doohan, who launches the ball forward towards Hemmings. Comes under challenge, but manages to steer it back into his own half. But the Dons have intercepted.
Go forward, Chiz. Ugh, come on.
Much to the delight of the home fans, must be said.
Zanev now will launch it high and forward down that right-hand side, but couldn't keep.
Yeah, that was a bit of a waste.
Beyond both Pell and Ethan Bristow. And out it goes for.
Chisler had a bit of space, but he didn't realize that there was nobody behind him to challenge him, and he played it all the way back to Zanev. Zanev's clearance was decent, but went out for a corner. Sorry. Throw in. These fans are fucking pissed. I don't know why. They're just getting out-muscled and just outplayed, man.
Back now to the keeper, Ross Doohan launches it high and forward. Kalambai underneath it for the Dons as well, wins it above Hemmings.
Good work, Kalambai. Once again winning the header. Woodyard holding it up.
Manages to hold on to the ball and square it for
Kalambai has been winning most of the aerial duels over Hemmings and Lewis.
underneath it. Gets a flick on of sorts towards this near side, but a foul.
That's a foul.
Davis on the near side. It's a free kick to Tranmere, and
I'm in love with Chislett, I think. Nah, follow your heart. If you think you're in love with him, you probably are. I'm in love with Ogundere in this particular fixture. Kind of similar to Archibald when we were playing Salford. Archibald was getting... Oh, no, not Salford. What am I saying? Leighton Orient. Archibald was just in Curry's back pocket, and he just kept getting like upset and frustrated, and looked to me like that's the case with Hawks on the left side so far against Ogundere.
Into the Tranmere half it goes. Davison's after it, but Simeo shepherds it back to the keeper Doohan, who's outside his penalty area, and launches it high and straight back forward.
Oh, Bieler let it bounce, but good first touch. The return pass from Magoma wasn't good. Bieler's going to recover here. Good shit, Bieler. Forces the throw in. That was nicely done by Bieler. It was a ball that bounced. He let bounce off of a clearance from the keeper, and then he just took a heavy touch. Pretended like he was going to play back to Zanev, and then just took a touch down the line. And then played it to Magoma. Magoma return pass was poor, but Bieler recovered and forced the throw. Really? I'm not surprised. That's getting caught offside. Plenty of times. Pell missed a volley there. Okay.
And then Kalambai in the end clears it away towards that far side. Just towards halfway, throw into Tranmere. Taken by Bristow, throwing back to Simeo. Here goes Ross Doohan now as the home side starting to find their voices once again behind that goal.
Tranmere just look a bit frustrated right now. AFC Wimbledon. Defensive shape solid. Oh, cut off by Magoma there from the center back. The center back tried to play it forward.
Chislett just inside his own half. Twists and turns, lays it back across now to this near side for Towler.
Magoma dummies it and receives it back from Pell. Fuck.
Magoma, the perfect opportunity to slide the perfect pass through to the overlapping. Magoma can take over.
Magoma has not found that final ball so far. Yeah, he tried to play Beeler forward, and he played it like a good 6 or 7 yards ahead of Beeler, expecting Beeler to run onto it, and it was too far ahead.
Meantime, here go Tranmere moving forward now with Hemmings on this near side as Morris cross comes into the centre. Lewis tries to knock it back down into the mix, looking for Hawks, and in the end he grabs it on the edge of the 6-yard box.
That was a bit dangerous there as the cross came in, and Lewis tried to knot it back, and Zanev tried to collect it and collided with Ogundere there, and Ogundere just made the ball pop out, and Zanev collected it back once again. Cross. Dude, that was weird. The ball bounced off Ogundere's hand after Ogundere was on the floor after they collided, and then Zanev collected it once again. Nah, no, in no realm is that a handball. I mean, Ogundere's already on the ground, and the ball just kind of fell onto his hand. That's not a handball at all. Just want to make sure. These Tranmere supporters from Liverpool are very, very rowdy.
Recovery time has launched the ball high and forward for the Dons. Hawks will deliver it back deep into Dons territory, but no one there for him in terms of any of his colleagues. Belair will now steer it back to Zanev.
Magoma has been a good 2 or 3 out of 10 so far, unfortunately. What just happened there? Pell went to ground. It was a header. Looked to me like, not an elbow, but it looked to me like, yeah, maybe an accidental elbow. Oh, he is sent off. Straight red for the center back, Simiu, as he went up. I would have to look back because iFollow didn't show the beginning of that exchange. Did Simiu look over and see that Pell was coming before throwing up that elbow? Yeah, I didn't see because iFollow showed Simiu just like maybe a half second to a 3/4 of a second before he won the header. He was only on screen for that amount of time. Straight red for Simiu. We're already 1-0 up. Go on, boys. Wimbledon. I am an AFC Wimbledon supporter. Oh, it was off screen. No, it was after he won the header. And then, yeah, I couldn't see it because it was off screen, but oh, I'm the biggest AFC Wimbledon fan there is in the US. Nobody can stake that claim. Let's go. Tranmere down to 10 men. It's all a shambles for them. They've been frustrated since minute 1, Tranmere, giving the ball away a few times. AFC Wimbledon's outside backs just making it very difficult for their outside mids to really create anything. Hawks already on the book, coming off.
He's now going to be the sacrificial lamb, if you like, and it's number 19, Neil Byrne, who's going to make his way onto the field, and just to make that Tranmere backline 4 players strong.
Oh, I didn't realize my scoreboard wasn't. Oh, it is up. It is up. I was on fucking studio mode. I had the scoreboard up on the left-hand side of OBS, but on the right-hand side it was just empty. My bad, guys. Okay, there we go. Now the timer's up. Oh shit, Pell has so much space to go forward. And then he gave it away.
and it bounces harmlessly behind for a goal.
I didn't realize that my timer wasn't up. My scoreboard wasn't up. I'm sorry, guys.
Not well in the state of Birkenhead at the moment, chaps, for the home side, and the Dons just happy to get on with things. A single goal lead, 32 minutes gone, and just trying
I'll make it up to you guys
again, maybe a little bit over
with a.
this afternoon, and again paying the price with
I'll try to provide as good of a post-match analysis as I can. But oh, damn! I thought Davison got fouled there. Chislett nodded it forward to Davison. Davison went to ground, but maybe a little too easily there. But Davison's been playing well too. He's been holding the ball up and usually winning out. Oh shit! He keeps it in play with the back heel. Chislett. Magoma puts it in. Yeah, the ball in for Magoma wasn't the best. It was knee height to Pell, and Pell tried to flick it on and straight to the keeper.
Michael, what I've liked this afternoon is the way that we've just kept
Handball.
going forward, trying to get the next goal. None of this sitting back and letting them. I'll pause because there's more fisticuffs.
Yeah, it's been AFC Wimbledon from the start. Even after we scored the goal, we were still putting the pressure on Tranmere, not sitting back. Looking fantastic, I must say.
They're going to be getting stuck in even harder, maybe outside the law, as it largely has been from them so far, and just making sure the Dons maybe don't get dragged down, maybe because they too have players who could be combative, maybe go a little bit wayward with challenges at times. And let's hope it's not a case of them trying to bring us down to what has been their level so far this afternoon.
Yeah, you don't want to give the ref the opportunity to level the numbers up, do you?
Well, one side is certainly playing football at the moment, looking to crack on with getting a few more, but Tranmere at the moment, all sorts of difficulties.
Lewis holding it up, and Woodyard getting the challenge in there. Holding it up on the corner flag. Winning the throw. Yeah, Tranmere have no answer right now. Don't want to speak too soon, though. Yeah, the fans have been clapping. Maybe they're paying tribute to that Luton Town superfan that died, unfortunately. I think it was aged 104. I don't know, I'm just speculating.
Here come Tranmere now, just on their right-hand side. Looped high and forward by Davis towards Hemmings on the edge of the area. Lewis tries to take it over, and Bilair got on the ball, and then I think Lewis maybe left his foot in there slightly late on Bilair, and out of frustration.
Another foul committed there by Tranmere. As yeah, Lewis tried to create something on that right-hand side, and Bilair got in the challenge. Maybe Morris, sorry, number 7, stuck his foot out. Is Harrogate still 1-0 up? I hope so.
Morris on the right-hand side, and then I think still Hemmings and Lewis up front as bit of time wasting possibly.
2-0 up. Let's go. Let's go, Harrogate. 2-0 up over Mansfield. Carlisle 1-0 up over Salford. That's like they were like 5th and 7th places respectively, so Bradford losing 2-0 to Northampton. That's like a promotion, 2 promotion sides going at it. Biller wins the foul there. I want to see what happened exactly. Clearance from the keeper. Oh, yeah, that's a foul. That is a foul. Number 22, Lewis. It wasn't a terrible foul. It wasn't a terrible challenge. Lewis just trying to win a header there. It wasn't an elbow or a punch like a Simiu, but just stuck his arm out. Yeah, that's a foul. Dude, this Tranmere support is fuming. Every challenge that's being committed by AFC Wimbledon, they're always like shouting for a foul. And then when Tranmere commit a foul that sometimes are pretty obvious ones, they're like, come on, come on. I know it's you know, typical sometimes for fans to be emotional and to try to back their side, but I think Tranmere fans are just desperate right now. Chislett on the right-hand side. Not fully cleared here. Magoma taking 1, 2, 3 touches, gets his possessed though. Good challenge there by Cogley. Oh shit. Ogundere picks it up once again.
Intercepted by Ogundere. Now Pell will set up Magoma on the far side. Loops it high and back across towards the near side. Couldn't pick out Davison or Asal though. Once again, Dakers Cogley gets there first. Now O'Connor into Merry. Chance now for Morris. Fed it down the right hand
Ooh,
side.
Morris charging down. Asal recovering though. Got numbers back now.
Defensive duty. Still Dakers Cogley. Couple of step overs from him. Here's Morris about 20 yards.
Morris on the left, or the right, sorry. Takes a shot on blocked by Bills. Bills, no. Biller, my bad, Biller. Oh shit! I thought Davison was onside. What I said, Beals, no. Yeah, Davison was a good 3 yards offside there. Couldn't really see his run off I follow there. My commentary has been a little bit all over the place today. I apologize. I'll let Mike and Rob Cornell do the work for now. All you really need to know is anytime Tranmere are on possession, they try to knock it around a few times, and the likes of Ogundere and Woodyard and Magoma always cut off a few, square balls, or anytime they lump it forward, Kalambai winning some headers, Towler winning some headers. Their center mid wins a header, though, to nobody in particular.
Michael, he's losing out in the air because it's being held down every single time.
That would certainly have something to do with it, as Biller takes the throw down the left-hand side, but Pell can't bring the ball under control. Out it goes for another throw to Tranmere then on their right-hand side, few yards inside their own half. Josh Dakers Cogley once again looking to give it to the Dons with both barrels down the right-hand side. Thrown forward, goes over Lewis. It's Towler with a clearance. Pell helps it on. Davison's after it, but it's Byrne who gets there first. Bristow flicks it on, but it's Magoma who gets
Magoma making an off-the-ball run after he picks it up, but Chislett not able to find him. Ogundere has so much space. Chislett off-the-ball movement doesn't find Chislett, though, as he plays it back. Davison holding it up. Ah, Sal slipped. Damn. Biller tried to play a Sal through, and a Sal tried to let the ball roll across his body, but he slipped. There was a good run made by Ethan Chislett off the ball, but unfortunately Magoma wasn't. He didn't play him in because maybe a defender was on his tail there.
And he's ultimately going to win and take the resulting throw-in for Tranmere. Thrown down the line, goes above Pell. Hemmings tried to get in there. Towler steers it high and forward, but in the end, just fractionally beyond Davison and Asal as they ran in towards the area and gathered by Ross Doohan. Now here come Tranmere with the substitute Neil Byrne. It's with Bristow now on that left-hand side. Back with Byrne. Inside his own half, launched high and forward towards the Dons penalty area, but in the end it was a wayward pass. Hemmings was tussling away with Kalambai, but ultimately got nowhere near the ball as it bounced into the Dons area, easily gathered by Zanev. With coming up for 4 minutes remaining then in this first half of regulation time. Tranmere Rovers 0, Wimbledon 1.
Zanev's been holding on to the ball for quite a long time.
Certainly fired up this afternoon, both on and off the field, shall we say, and yeah, not sure how much of that has got to do with the little episode.
Zanev punted it all the way up to the top of the 18-yard box, but the center back heads it back. Very skillfully done, back to the keeper.
What the EFL came up with in the end, but again, is it maybe misplaced aggression? And it's obviously you can't play the EFL, but again, wonder if the Dons may be unfairly portrayed as the villains in the last.
Nicely done, Biller. Blocks the cross.
Anyway, here come the Dons now. It's forward towards Davison.
Davison holding it up. Nice square ball over to Chislett. Ogundere making a run. Yes, play him. Ogundere has space. Hey! Oh, come on. That was arm to back. That was right on the back there.
I just think the referee hasn't had a chance to check his Booper membership just yet, and
That was a foul, if you ask me. But the referee deemed it to be shoulder to shoulder, even though it was more so arm to back. Anyway, throw in here for AFC Wimbledon. Does Ogundare have a long throw? No, I don't think so. More or less level with the edge of the Tranmere penalty area. Dons fans in good voice away to our left in the cowshed. Throw in taken now into Chislett. Immediately challenged by Bristow. Steers it out. Another throw to the Dons. Ogundare to take it once again. This time with Harry Pell coming in to receive it. Marshall by O'Connor. He still managed to get the cross in though. Pell, but in the end couldn't keep it in play. Cross bounced off Chislett's chest, and Chislett wasn't able to recover possession for out for a goal kick. Tranmere with around 2 minutes then of the regulation time still remaining in the first half. You're with Dave Angelis and Rob Cornell and myself, Mike T, in full audio splendour here on the Wirral, and it's good tidings we bring you at the moment. Tranmere a goal down and a man down. And the Dons, really, if they play their cards right, with a bit of composure and astute passing and making full advantage maybe of the numerical advantage that they have, certainly further pickings you would fancy here this afternoon. But Tranmere, if anything, looking just a fraction more impenetrable, maybe, ironically having gone down to 10 men, and Dons haven't really fashioned that many clear-cut opportunities in the last few moments.
Yeah, there's still that physical element to their game, but they're starting to get their shape, having made the substitution and reorganising out there.
Yeah, Tranmere have looked actually a little bit more defensively solid since the red card, surprisingly. Well, maybe not more defensively solid, just still as defensively solid as they were. It's just when they're on the ball, they give the ball away a lot, and we have opportunities to counter. We just haven't found that final ball. A couple times we're in the final third, we try to release somebody, and the pass is too far forward. We don't give the ball away. We just... Our passes are too heavy out for goal kicks and throw-ins, etc. But other than that, I mean, we're forcing Tranmere to make mistakes. Davis, the likes of, Davison holding the ball up and keeping the ball in play, releasing other players. Tried to hold it up there, but out for a throw-in.
Inside the final 30 seconds of the first half, just a question of how much is added on by way of the overtime verdict tablet.
Towler fouling Morris as he tried to hold it up. Or Lewis, excuse me.
One of the Tranmere fans in front of us to signify that the decision has been made. Always handy when you're in a away commentary box. As Tranmere now switch to play from left to right. It's with Dakers Cogley receiving the pass from O'Connor.
Ooh, nice 1-2 between Cogley and O'Connor. Still defensively sound here for Wimbledon, though. Chislett blocking the cross there, throw in.
Throw again taken by Bristow. Ogundare with the interception. Woodyard will tee it up for Chislett.
Chislett clears his lines. Oh, Davison, go on. Header back to the keeper.
By Davis. All the way back to the keeper, Ross Doohan. Josh Dakers Cogley now will float to high and forward once again. Towler beats Lewis in the air. Now Merry in the centre field tries to nod it forward, but it's Towler who can intercept, but it's a careless pass from him. Davis can intercept once more. Hemmings is trying to twist and turn with a Kalambai.
Nah. That's like the second or third time now that Hemmings goes to ground easily from a Kalambai challenge and complains. Kalambai has kept Hemmings in his back pocket. Pell plays it nicely over to Asal from a pass from Biller. Oh, Asal still going. Couple of players, though, in the way of his shot the whole time. Oh! Great header. Keeper saves, not fully passed. Didn't look like much was going to happen there off the cross from Ogundare, but all of a sudden you just see Chislett sprinting onto a diving header. It was Pell, excuse me, onto that diving header on the back post, and low to the keeper's left, beats it away. Didn't look like Pell was going to get there first, as the initial cross is closer to the outside back, but Pell just sprinted onto that one. burst onto it as soon as he could. Good anticipation there. Corner kick for the Dons. The match is looking really, really poor if you're a Tranmere fan. Giving the ball away several times, getting frustrated. There was a red card from Simiu, the center back, who actually a bit of a retaliation and punch / elbow. Magoma. Oof. Partial clearance picked up by Magoma. The shot was decent, but not good enough. Keeper collects. Tranmere doesn't look like... I mean, they could recollect themselves and, you know, regather, regroup, but they are a man down. It's going to be very difficult for Tranmere. AFC Wimbledon. In the final third, maybe lacking that end product a little bit, but their chance creation has been on point. Davison holding it up almost every single time successfully. You know, laying it off to the likes of Asal and Chislett. You know, like I said, the end product, not in terms of the finishing, but in terms of that final ball lacking maybe just a little bit from AFC Wimbledon. But we've had a couple of opportunities. We've had a couple of opportunities with that header at the end of the half there from Pell off the delivery from Ogundere. The deliveries have been okay from Chislett. You know, with good height, good pace, but one too close to the keeper, one a little bit too close to the near post off of a corner. So again, maybe the end product not there in terms of set pieces either, aside from that header from Pell. But we still look like the better side. I think we were like maybe like a 7 out of 10 on the offensive end. But we were a 9.5 out of 10 on the defensive end. Good defensive shape. I'm very impressed with Ogundere and Beeler, the outside backs. Really knowing when to close the space and when to stay and you know, provide numbers on the back there. I do think a second goal would really cement things. I don't think a 1-0... obviously a 1-0 is never safe, but you might look at it, you know, 10 men down Tranmere and AFC Wimbledon controlling the half. There's still an element of emotion and passion in this game. Tranmere looked very fired up from the get-go. Not in a good way, because they got stuck into a couple challenges, got frustrated, gave the ball away a few times, obviously got the red card. The fans are screaming over every single decision that the referee's making. It's a very scrappy, frustrating game, but this was the first half. If this were happening in the second half, it probably would have devolved into something even worse. But that was the first half. Tranmere still have time to regroup and regather. We need a second one within the first 10 minutes or 15 minutes. If we don't at least control possession maybe and keep that defensive shape, but we'll see what happens. Not over yet. That being said, I'm going to get some breakfast. It is not even 8 a.m. for me right now, so I'll do that, bring the breakfast upstairs, and we'll be back after these short messages.
I got trapped in your eyes the moment you looked at me. From across the room, those eyes kept following me. Something popped in my brain. Now, baby, only you I see. Feels like I'm going insane, and only you can save me. Feels like I'm drowning in ocean's blue. Baby, come on, baby, baby, come on, let's go. I'm losing control over lights in the space. Keep jumping around, all I see is your face. But you're moving closer, no time to escape. Your hand on my shoulder,
changed my mind. Now I can have it. Make me feel alive. I've got nothing to hide. Would I go chasing after? I had myself to blame. I knew it meant disaster.
It's what my heart needed. You stayed with me in the moments I felt most alone, until I didn't feel defeated. Without you, I would not be me. Without you, I'd never feel complete. It's the way I know you'd stay with me night and day. It's a lifetime of loving you. No fear when I look into your eyes. You're the hero I dream of. More than a daydream, now I can feel you close to me. You're the only one that I love. And I know that I'm home when you're next to me. And I know that you and I were meant to be. Without you, I could not be me. Without you, I'd never feel complete. It's the way I know you'd stay with me night and day. It's a lifetime of loving you. It's the way I know you'd stay with me night and day. It's a
And it's the Dons and you'll get the second half underway. Attacking the cop end in the second half. In the mass ranks, the Tranmere fans behind that goal. Played back to Magoma, launches the ball straight high and forward for the Dons. Woodyard battling away in centre field, tries to move towards that far side.
What's up, guys? I'll get the scoreboard up as soon as I can. Biller challenged. Okay. The fans are screaming again. Right back at it, not wasting any time.
Certainly standing for no nonsense in that first half, and really, despite his perhaps more diminutive stature, dare we say, certainly with a lion-hearted display.
Nice flick on by Pell, but nobody on it.
Turn up the roughhousing, and in the end, couldn't rectify the single
There we go.
deficit
I got it.
given to them by Ethan Chisley.
I think that's one of his real characteristics that's always been said since coming through from the academy, that Shane Beeler he is fearless out there as well. And we were saying in the wrapping up of the first half commentary there, Dave and myself, about how you've now got two players in every position, the likes of Beeler and Curry there, and then Ogundere and Gunter on the other side as well.
Hey, Asal got shoved off by Hemmings there. They won the throw after Hemmings tried to knock it down and bounced off Asal, bounced off Hemmings, bounced off Asal. That was weird. And they just shoved Asal out of the way. Hey, maybe Pell went down easy. Ball to the left now. Good recovery by Ogundere. Oh, through ball though as Magoma came forward. Oh, that was a good opportunity there from Tranmere. Yeah, it looked to me like Ogundere. Yeah, Ogundair tried to get out on the challenge there, and then Magoma from the center mid position, he should have tried to cover on that right back position. Magoma was like 5 yards away from the ball. He's in no man's land there. Cross came in low and hard to the top of the 18-yard box, and Morris got a shot off that was blocked by Towler, who firmly positioned himself. I'm 10 seconds behind, by the way. Yeah, Magoma should have covered the space that Ogundair left, but another corner kick as Davies tried to get a shot on from the low corner. Or sorry, goal kick, my bad.
2 minutes gone then in the second half. Still 1-0 to the Dons. Zanev with the goal kick forward. Almighty tussle between Davis and
I can't see. I follow. Come on. There we go. Morris shrugs him off. I think Magoma should come off. I think Alfie Bendel should come on. I know Lee said Alfie Bendel's a bit overrated, so to speak, but he's a great player, don't get me wrong. But I think Alfie Bendel should come on right now. Magoma has been a good 2 out of 3 out of 10 right now. Just kind of getting shrugged off challenges, and first half didn't really provide on the offensive end with a couple of poor passes. Anyway, Sal here on the overlap is Biller. It was an okay cross. It was floated high, but Davison couldn't outmuscle the center back. Burn.
Forward it goes now from the Tranmere keeper. It's the Dons half. Hemmings gets a flick on towards that penalty area for the home side. Biller getting there ahead of Lewis and launching it high and forward. O'Connor then nodding it square towards that far side.
Woodyard and Asal double teaming there on the outside. Kept in play though, knocked forward. Ooh, Towler not fully away. Now Towler recovers. Initially tried to clear it, it blocked off one of the players, and he recovered it, thankfully.
A few more breaks of the ball at the moment in these opening stages of the second half. In comes a cross, cleared by Woodyard in towards centre field. Bristow will loop it high and forward for Tranmere, but in the end, he was the one closest to getting on the end of his own flick, and Callum Bailly has put his foot through that, put a bit of snow on the ball, and cleared it out for a throw on the near side.
Not the best clearance there from Callum Bailly, though. Kind of straight up in the air, out for a throw in for Tranmere.
Another throw from Bristow into the Dons penalty area. Lewis can't quite get there. It's Morris now towards the near side. Well played, Magoma.
Pell just lumps it forward. Oh, the center back tries to head it back to the keeper. Davison, can he get on it? Oh, no. Not quite. Thankfully, the header from the center back was just high enough to where Davison just couldn't get there. Davison could have headed it on and chipped the keeper had he got there in time, but it just was ahead of him, bounced, and then the keeper was able to get it off the bounce. I gave Magoma some stick there, but yeah, puts his body in the way, prevents Morris from getting onto the ball there, shields it out. A decent amount of Don support. Well, maybe not decent. It's an okay amount. I mean, the away end itself is not very large in general. It's only a very small section, but I would estimate maybe 250 AFC Wimbledon fans traveling up to Liverpool, or greater Liverpool.
Not completely out of this by any stretch of the imagination. And Bristow now will pick up the running again down the left-hand side for them. Angles his run in field away from Chislett. Here's O'Connor now inside the centre circle. Now here's Davis. Now Morris will steal it forward for Hemmings.
Hemmings on the hold-up, plays on the right. Good block by Biller. Good work, Asal. Damn, I thought he drew the free kick there, but he was holding the ball up inside the 18-yard box, and he took it out for a throw-in. Nicely done there by Asal, though, to press off of the throw-in and force the error for a throw-in of Wimbledon's behalf now. Ooh. Hold it up, Tyler. Hold it up. Ah. The header was won by Tranmere. Tyler was trying to hold it up, and then it was 2 players onto that one, and Hemmings just shoulder to shoulder makes Tyler go to ground and bounced off Tyler. Tyler didn't expect him to come in from that left-hand side. Corner from Tranmere to take advantage of. We got to get this out. Header away by Kalambai. Cross comes back in. Nodded back. Okay. Offside from number 19, Byrne. Tranmere they're coming out a little bit stronger in the second half. The first half they were pretty sloppy. The second half they look a lot calmer in possession. They're not forcing passes through like from the center. From like the center back to the forward, they're not forcing passes. Some of their square balls were cut off in the first half, but now they look better in possession. Magoma's going to pick it up off of a partial clearance. Go on, Asal. Right-hand side. Low and hard cross. Out for a corner. I think that was one instance where Sal could have been selfish, but he decided to drive the cross low and hard. As, to be fair, number 4, O'Connor, was coming into the challenge, so he released it quickly. Short corner. Cleared away, though. Magoma's delivery was very poor there. Easily cleared away. That cross was like knee height. And it bounced a couple times. I gotta say, Morris looks pretty decent on that right-hand side for Tranmere. First half he was kind of quiet, but now he's receiving the ball a lot more. Shrugging off a couple challenges. Elliot Nevitt, oh, okay. He's a good player, too. He has 4 goals in the season. Gonna be coming on for Mary, one of the center mids.
Now delivering a ball into the Tranmere penalty, but sending it straight onto the roof of the net. Behind it goes for another goal kick to Tranmere to be taken by Ross Doohan, with pretty much 10 minutes gone then in this second half. Still 1-0 to Wimbledon. Forward it goes from the Tranmere keeper up towards Hemmings.
Hemmings holding it up.
And then feeds it over to Morris on the far side.
Morris trying to beat Magoma. Magoma just pressing him, though.
Lewis will play it back forward. Biller once again nodding it forward into the Tranmere half, but Pell is galloping after it, but won't get there as it's steered back by Byrne to the keeper Ross Doohan. Lofted forward by him. Lewis flicks it on beyond Towler, but it's going to break for Ogundare on the near side. Davison once again showing tremendous work rate as he chases his ball towards the right edge of the box.
Nicely done, Davison. Davison's off-the-ball movement has been fantastic in this game. Trying to get on the end of a ball over the top of the keeper, heads it away from outside the 18. 18-yard box. Sorry. American slang. Saying 18 or 6 instead of 18-yard box or penalty area. Now get up, Chiz. Come on. Starting to raise? I'm sorry, but their volume of dissent has been there from the first minute. Oh. Chislett? Oh.
You can certainly bracket a Sal with Davison terms of players Tranmere certainly clearly need to keep an eye on for the Dons, and maybe just inducing that extra panic and making them almost happy at times to turn and knock it out of play for a throw-in. Throwing now to the Dons on the far side, taken by Biller, thrown down.
Davison off the throw-in, gave a little bit of a shove to the outside back there. It looks like it doesn't look like we are going, like a goal is imminent for us per se. But there are a couple of instances where in the final third we're putting a couple good balls in. Like low and hard that are, you know, being deflected out for a corner. We're putting ourselves in good areas on the wing with Asal, with a couple 1v1 exchanges. But other than that, not too much. Davison's off-the-ball movement is good, so I think there could be a chance where he gets on the end of a through ball or a ball over the top. But a goal is not imminent for us necessarily. Defensively, we've been pretty solid throughout the game in terms of defensive shape. So if anything, it's either going to be a 2-0 Wimbledon or it's going to be a 1-1, I feel. Yeah, header won by Morris there. Hemmings trying to get on the end of it. Towler pulling his shirt a little bit. Maybe for once Tranmere fans have something to complain about, but nothing doing there, thankfully. I thought that could have been a foul. Towler holding his shirt for a good second and a half.
Davison comprehensively beaten in the air with a header from Byrne. It will break though for Towler towards that far side. Level with the edge of his own penalty area.
Davison.
Beaten by Byrne. Woodyard will go with a challenge on the far side. Dakers Cogley with a very
Oh, number 20 has plenty of space here. I don't know his name.
Now Hemmings will lay it off towards the far side. Morris. Dakers Cogley on the overlap. Comes into the
Oh, it's a good cross back post. Nobody gets there, thankfully. Not fully clear though. Left-hand side. Oh, man. The substitute number 20, I'm trying to get his name, Elliot Nevitt. Yeah, 4 goals in the season, already making a dramatic impact. Anyway, it was the cross coming in from the right from Cogley. That was such good work there from Ogundere to position himself on that back post. Doesn't get a head on it, but positions his body to prevent someone from getting onto it. Corner kick. Oh, high and floated. Pell away, not fully away. Top of the 18-yard box. Morris with a great first touch to the right-hand side, but Sal putting the press on. Handball shouts. Nothing doing. Counterattack. Oh. Beals with a heavy first touch, and Tranmere tried to get in the challenge, but the challenge just ended up going all the way to the goal mouth. Top of the netting. Goal kick here. I want to see this. There was a cross coming in. It was a header won by, it looked to me like that was O'Connor, number 4. The back post looked to me like that. That was a weird, wicked deflection. I want to see that again if that was a handball or not. No. Oh, shit. Here we go. I missed something. Sal was offside. Again, Asal and offsides, or offside, go hand in hand, unfortunately. Just a yard offside, though, not too far off, as Asal, or Davison on the hold-up tried to play Asal over the top. A little chip ball over the top. Towler tried to see it out, but Hemmings got the challenge and cleared away by Kalambayi. Tranmere's starting to look good now. Oh, good challenge there by Asal. Counterattack, perhaps? Weird that we're playing counterattacking football when they're a man up. Or they're a man down, rather. Oh, Chisholm tried to get stuck in. Anyway, I don't think that was a handball, considering it was... Towler was a yard away. Proximity, and... Towler, maybe his hand was in a slightly unnatural position, but not unnatural enough to where it looked obvious. Tranmere are looking really good now. These last 5 minutes, they've been putting the pressure on. I gotta say, that Morris kid on that right-hand side has such a good first touch, and it's so hard to take the ball off him. He's been laying people off and keeping the ball for himself every now and again whenever he wants to create something. But in that particular attack, it was number 20, Elliot Nevitt, holding the ball up and laying it off for somebody on the right. Nevitt has been making an impact since the start for Tranmere. Bristow defended, beats his man Chislett. Yeah, Chislett just sticking a foot out, not able to get to the challenge, just kind of diving in. The cross came in, though. And header only partially won by the center back. It deflected off of, I think that was Kalambai. Bounced off Kalambai's shoulder straight up in the air. Zanev collects. Tranmere looking good now. This is starting to get a little scary. Again, I would like to see Alfie Bendel come on, perhaps, for Magoma. Fresh legs. Very quick. Got a lot of, a lot of energy about him. I do want to see Bendel coming on for Magoma, who's been kind of poor in this game, if I'm being honest. Oh, ball goes over everyone's head as Davison tried to hold it up from across from Chislett. Asal. Nicely done, Asal. Cogley holding it up, though. Initially, Asal beat him, I thought, but Cogley was able to get his body in the way and really make it difficult for Asal to get through. Good work from Cogley defensively for Tranmere. Yeah. Especially with the lack of a good through ball from Magoma, which you would expect him, of all players, to play a good through ball. I think Bendel could really benefit in that regard, too. I'd see a double sub, maybe. Bendel, and then... fucking Kalambai getting a poor clearance off there with his left foot. Asal, Pell, and Chislett. I'd say maybe Chislett, since he's on the book. Even though he's been playing really good. I'd say leave it late, right? Bring on... I'd say maybe bring on Senior around like the 78th to 80th minute for some fresh legs. Could maybe say George Marsh over Woodyard in the 80th minute or so. 78th, 80th. For fresh legs. Yeah, Marsh is good defensively. I'd say maybe bring him on like a little bit later. Cross comes in. Ooh. Yeah, it looked to me like on that left-hand side, Bristow had a lot of space to put the cross in, and Kalambai came in to block the shot attempt coming in from Lewis. Sal sprinting onto this, almost dispossessing the center back as he plays it square. Very close to being dispossessed. Oh, Tranmere win a header. Penalty. Zanev came out. It was a header that was won from the clearance from the keeper. Fuck. Looked to me like it was Ogundere getting on, trying to challenge the header, but it was, guess who? Nevitt winning that header. The substitute Nevitt making an impact. No, it wasn't Nevitt, actually. But somebody won the header. Zanev tried to come out. Mistimed the challenge. Everyone yelling for Zanev to go off, but I think that's a yellow card, if anything. Yeah. I don't want to give Ogundere too much stick. He's been playing fantastic, but just got a little bit out-muscled on that particular exchange with the clearance from the keeper. Kane Hemmings multiple double-digit goals throughout his career, double-digit goal seasons. Has a very good opportunity here for Tranmere to put it at 1-1. Something out of nothing that chance came out of, man. Fuck. But I mean, not that Tranmere didn't deserve it. They've been playing better for the last 10-15 minutes of this half. Zanev, can he bring out his inner demon in him? Terrible analogy, I know. Oh, Zanev! Let's go! That was a terrible penalty from Kane Hemmings. It was down the middle, but it wasn't like a chip. Zanev dove to his left, but stuck his foot out. Let's go! Put behind by Biller after that. Not taking any chances, putting it out for a corner. Beautiful from Zanev. Doesn't commit himself fully. He just kind of reacts to that penalty down the middle. Very, very good reaction there and readjustment by Nikola Zanev. Go on, Zanev.
Force the ball away from goal. He said there was a long delay on that as well, and Nick Zanev, he stepped up again here as well. Another big moment for him, keeping Wimbledon at 1-0 here.
Oh, a south space. Releases Chislett on the right. Poked away by Bristow, but Ogundere picks it up. Go on, Chislett. Oh! That was a good layoff to Pell, top of the 18-yard box, and Pell came sliding in to try to steer it towards goal. It was blocked, though. Cleared away. Let's see this penalty again on the replay. Zanev looked like he was about to commit himself to dive to his left-hand side. But as soon as he saw that was down the middle, he was already suspended in midair, but like he held himself up and like stuck his foot out. That was really good adjustment. I feel bad for one of our viewers, though. I think he might have bet on Tranmere. Maybe a Tranmere win or like a draw or something. What a save from Nick Zanev. Is that a foul? Ogundere is clutching his face here. That's an elbow. Yo, that's a yellow at least. What? What? It's got to be a card at least. I mean, he was going up for... It wasn't like a swing, but... It wasn't even like that high of a jump. It was just like a boom, just kind of stuck his arm out a little bit. That's got to be a yellow at least, man. Ogundere, is he still down? Off camera? I could argue that Zanev's confidence was already up before that save, but I think that save was needed anyway to kind of maintain that confidence. Are you watching the game too? Or are you just following? But yeah, of course, yeah. It's my pleasure. I want to make sure that for those that don't have iFollow that want to come and watch and get as accurate of a description as possible. Yeah, I'm here. Sometimes I let the commentary do the work if I feel like if I'm fumbling my commentary, but I don't know. I have the pleasure of rewinding and fast forwarding, so if I want to really accentuate a particular play, if I really want to emphasize something that happened, I could rewind and like go over it, because I know play-by-play commentators, they have to continue to go with the flow of the game. 10 quid well spent. Well, so far, at least well spent. Some good entertainment. Ogundere's still down, though. He's getting his head wrapped up. I don't know how that player didn't get in the book. I mean, come on. They gave a red card for a elbow or a punch for one of the center backs, but that wasn't an elbow. That was like just like an arm. Like he just like kind of thrust his arm into the face of Ogundere as he went for the header. I don't remember who it was that actually fouled. Looking back here real quick. It was Lewis, yeah. Number 22, Lewis. Don't know how he didn't get on the book for that one, but I digress a little bit. Zanev's going to punt this one away, or kick this one away. I couldn't see off camera. It was a strangle, it was a punch, elbow. I couldn't see because Afel didn't show it, but... I'm from California, United States of America. Specifically, I don't want to dox my exact location, but Orange County. Best county in the world. Or best county in the U.S., I should say. Basically, a county is like... a county in the United States is like... what's the word for it? Not a city, but like... I can't think of it. Like Lancashire or Bedfordshire, like areas, not cities. You know what I mean? What? I can't think of the word. Prefecture? No. Oh, Magoma gets stuck in a challenge there. Still in possession though, Tranmere. Borough. That's what it is. No, borough. No, those are just little neighborhoods. It's bigger than a borough, but bigger than a city. But I can't explain it. Whatever. basically, there are multiple counties within a city. So I guess you could say boroughs, but they're bigger than boroughs. Anyway, I live in Orange County. It's a good, I want to say, 40 kilometer, 50 kilometer area, roughly. No, more than that. No, I'd say it's like 60, 70 kilometers in total area, or width, I should say. Like from north to south or east to west. I've been dwelling on this for so long now, I'm sorry. Anyway, welcome along. Welcome from Switzerland. Nice to have you. Nicely done, Kalambai. Yeah, Kalambai getting in the challenge there, bounced off the foot of Nevitt. Kalambai has been playing fantastic. I gotta say, really the entire back line's been playing well. Towler maybe struggling a little bit every now and again with trying to hold the ball up and letting it out, going out, letting the ball go out for a goal kick and getting shrugged off, but been winning headers, defensively positioning pretty good. Morris goes down easy. Yep, nothing there. Decision once again on the far side from the assistant, and once again it's a free kick to the Dons as the minutes and seconds continue to tick down here. We're pretty much at 14 minutes remaining then here at Prenton Park. Still Wimbledon leading by a goal to nil. There's still that very early goal by Ethan Chislett, I think after 8 minutes, that still separates the sides. Tranmere down to 10 men with a sending off in the first half of Dinel Simiu, and then my favorite in terms of who I think will win or who I want to win. If it's who I want to win, U.S. or Brazil. The USA is my first team. Brazil is my second. Who do I think is going to win the whole thing is another question entirely. It's either going to be Brazil or Argentina. Whoever gets out of the semifinal, I'm pretty sure it's going to be Brazil and Argentina semifinal. Whoever gets out of that, I think wins the whole thing. My heart says Brazil. Oh, my heart says Brazil, but if Brazil get eliminated somewhere before the semifinals, I hate to say it, but Argentina. I don't like Argentina at all, but I'm being impartial. I think it's either going to be Brazil, Argentina, France, or Germany. Germany is a bit of a tenuous shout, though. I'm not as confident in Germany as I am Brazil, Argentina, or France. Cross came in from AFC Wimbledon. Nobody on that one. Oh, yeah. I went to 2 of those, actually. 1 away and 1 at home. Fantastic, actually. The atmosphere over there at the Maracanã. Maybe not as... Maybe the Maracanã is not as infamous as it used to be back in like the 60s, 70s, 80s with like 100,000 plus fans almost every game. Maybe like, I want to say like 90,000 plus almost every game. But I mean, the atmosphere is great. Like, I'm gonna say the atmosphere over there in terms of just raw emotion and craziness, maybe a little bit better than in the UK. But in terms of like singing and chanting, that's about the same. Like, fans in the UK will sing, they'll chant, they'll, you know, jump around. But in terms of just raw emotion and just like craziness, like you can't top South America. But I loved it. I really did. Fluminense actually they finished second in the league actually. After those 2 games that I saw that they played okay, not great. They just had a really good end of the season run. Anyway, that being said, a play on the right-hand side here from Morris, overlapping run from Cogley, put the ball into the box, just over the head of the person coming into the box, thankfully, but someone goes to ground. A penalty shout here from Hemmings. Again, Hemmings has just been going down so freaking easy all game. Yeah, Hemmings just went down easy. Ogundere had maybe a little bit of an armor on the back, but didn't like grab onto him, didn't shove him. It felt a little bit of contact, went down easy, Hemmings. Anyway, Morris again. Good challenge there from Biller. Really? I did not know. Yeah, Mexican support can be pretty decent too, but I wasn't aware of how many fans were actually going. Speaking of that, I don't think most fans will have a bit of a hard time, or some fans will have a bit of a hard time with accommodation. They're still trying to build a bunch of just a bunch of sheds and huts to house people. I don't know if you've heard of that. It's like a Fire Festival 2.0. It's gonna be a bit mad. Oh, Hudlin? What? Hudlin? Oh, Mexico v Portugal. That's never gonna happen in a million years. I do find it a bit eerie. Some of those predictions a little bit eerie, to be fair, but I don't see that happening. Mexico versus Portugal. I don't see that happening. Really? The U.S. is number 2. Okay, that's interesting. Well, the World Cup's going to be held in the U.S. in 2026. Or, sorry, no. Yeah, 2026. The target man more like the man that can barely jump like a foot in the air.
You've got a feeling he's probably going to be going back to West Yorkshire after Christmas, which is a shame that I don't really think he's had a chance to show us.
Game's kind of simmered down in these last 10 minutes. Long ball forward. Oh, won by number 20, but cleared away by Kalambai. Davison has space here. Can bring it down as a 3-on-3. Go on to Sal. Left-hand side, defended by Cogley. Takes it to his right. Takes a shot on immediately. That is such a good goal, dude. Ayuba Sal. That was brilliant. 1v1 against Cogley. Immediately just takes it to his right. Knew what he wanted to do. Curled it top corner. I'm not even exaggerating. That was pure top bins right there. That was top bins. Beautiful. That is so gorgeous, man. What on earth happened to Tranmere? What on earth happened there? Because nobody was committing a challenge. It was just number 5 Davies that won a header off of a clearance, but there were only 3 Tranmere players on their own half. The rest of them were pushed back and they were like lazy, slow to get back. And Davison just picked it up. Nobody challenging him. Gets it over to Asal. And it was just a one-on-one. You do not want to leave Asal 1 versus 1. Had Tranmere had more numbers back, that number 5 Davies could have maybe slid in to try to help out Cogley. But Tranmere were so slow to get back. I'm not complaining at all. I mean, AFC Wimbledon taking advantage of that opportunity. I don't know how there were only 3 Tranmere players for like a good 5-6 seconds in succession there. Nobody got back. And easy as you like for Ayuba Sal. Whew. Anyway, it's a free kick here for Tranmere. I want to look back to see exactly what happened there. It was Beeler that ended up just kind of getting a little bit too physical off the aerial duel there. Ooh, clearance there from... Way! Clearance there for Davison, not fully away, and then a shot from Bristow with his left foot way, way wide. We are your supporter. Ole, ole, ole. Dude, I'm kind of sad because I don't think I'm gonna be going to the UK this year unfortunately, because of inflation over here in the US. I'm very heavily invested in the stock market. Suffering a little bit in terms of losses. Oh, Asal, he's offside. If the market doesn't recover soon, I'm going to have to hold on to some of my funds and save up for going to Brazil again in like around July or August. But 2024 is for sure going to the UK once again. But I don't think it'll be happening anytime in this calendar season. No, stock market. Thank God I'm not invested in crypto. That whole FTX market collapse is such a shambles. But yeah, the stock market's been down for almost a year, just kind of on a downtrend. I've been buying some dips, but I probably should have held on to some of my... I probably should have held on to some cash, to some money, I should say, because the US dollar right now is the strongest currency. But, you know, I usually just I try to dollar cost average some of my positions over the last year. Yeah. Anyway, free kick here for AFC Wimbledon. I might get into crypto. I don't think crypto has seen the bottom yet. I think maybe Bitcoin will go down to like 12K or something. Somewhere along those lines. I'll buy in around then. But crypto is just very, very unpredictable right now, especially with the FTX collapse. Free kick here for Tranmere, though. As Paul Kalmbai got a little too hands-on with the substitute. No, that's Hemmings, actually.
Dons have taken up a pretty high defensive line, about 20 to 25 yards out. No one in the area other than Zanev.
Gonna be a short free kick whipped into the box on the right. Hey, foul. Yep. Cogley just trying to do a, not a Peter Crouch that was pulling the hair, but he tried to like push off of Harry Pell's shoulders to try to get up on win that header, but Harry Pell gets brought down. Maybe a bit of time wasting there from Pell. What a game of football this has been. Oh, Davison wins the header. It hasn't been... Oh, Kallenby wins the header, but it goes straight back. Hemmings laying it off. They have numbers back now, AFC Wimbledon. Oh, bit of confusion there. Cogley cut it back to his left foot and put the cross in, and Zanev thought that one of our center backs would clear, and then he reacted late, beating it away. Good reactions from Zanev, though, with considering the circumstances. A bit of miscommunication, though, between Zanev and Kallenby. Kallenby looked like he was about to clear, and then he just left it for Zanev, and Zanev just beat it away. Some miscommunication there for sure. I'm 10 seconds behind, though. Way. Short corner that was knee height, bounced up in front of Morris, and Morris's laced effort was 7 or 8 yards over the bar.
None of them did, and seeing the Tranmere players around him maybe forced him into some maybe over-evasive action, but in the end effective, just about, you have to say, is the bottom line there. And Tranmere ultimately wasteful with the resulting corner. As,
only a minute to go left in regulation. It looks like AFC Wimbledon, if they don't concede in the next 2 minutes, it looks to me like they'll be riding off into the sunset with the 3 points. Very crucial 3 points, might I add. Against a team like Tranmere, who are a few places above them, not too far above them. Oh, Hudlin with a flick. Asel. Oh! Near post. Keeper saved. Not fully away. I'm going to see that again.
And in the end, a good reflex save away by Doohan, who, again, perhaps left to his own devices to a certain extent by his defenders there. And in the end, they atoned by just getting the ball away. But it's another corner to the Dons, and, well, 4 additional minutes now announced at the end of the 90. Dons take the corner on the near side through
Asal's holding it up. Okay, there's Hudlin. Yeah.
Battling away. The linesman was already flagged for a goal kick, and Tranmere, again, looking to try and give Hudlin a bit of a kicking for his troubles. But anyway, no need to get involved in that situation. It's 2-0. We're in stoppage troubles. Looking to try and situation is because
there we go.
Have anything really left in the tank other than the inadvertent moments the Dons maybe present them with. Launched high and forward once again by Tranmere. Towler now goes down under challenge, and it's a late challenge.
Oh, there's a bit of a scrap going on right now. Harry Pell is furious. He's pointing at number 5. It looked to me like it was a high boot there from Davies. Yeah, he caught Towler late. He caught Towler late for sure. It was a header won by Tranmere. Another one won by Tranmere. And then cleared away by Towler. That's a high boot. That's going to be a yellow, I'd say. Maybe not a red. Because he would just barely mistime the challenge. But it was a dangerous challenge nonetheless from number 5. Studs up. Didn't follow through with it, but kept his foot. He came in with the high boot And Toller, when he cleared his lines, actually followed through with his clearance and actually hit the stud. So that's going to be a yellow at least. Some refs would give that a red, though. It's going to be a yellow. Yeah, not the best challenge, no matter how you look at that, though. Not really a very good challenge at all. And nice to see the AFC Wimbledon players just kind of rallying around their troops, you know, defending their men, you know. Standing up for their teammates. That's what you like to see.
Certainly left helpless by the second goal, put away brilliantly by Asal. Tranmere coming forward once again. It's with Magoma now inside his own penalty area, trying to ward off a couple of Tranmere players, and does well. Fires it down the right-hand side. Out of play, but that will do.
Yeah, it was Woodyard that initially got in his face, but then Woodyard backed off and Pell got in his face, pointed at him. Anyway, throw in here for Tranmere. 1.5 minutes to go in stoppage time.
Tranmere into the penalty area, but well won. And cleared away on the near side by Woodyard. Another throw to Tranmere.
It looks like one of my shoulders is higher than the other because I'm like resting on it because my back is killing me right now. So I'm trying to take a little bit of pressure off my back and put more pressure on my side. Lower back problems already at age 23. Gotta love it.
Is Hemmings on the near side, but very well outmaneuvered by Ogundare. Fired high and forward, goes beyond Hudlin, really tussling away there with Byrne. Play allowed to continue though. It's with Byrne once again. It's Dakers Cogley now, momentarily taking up a centre-half position. It's with Byrne. Steers all the way back to Doohan inside the final 30 seconds end of the stoppage time. Forward it goes for the Tranmere keeper. Hemmings tries to flick it on into the penalty area, which he does, and Nick Zanev comes to the area. The ball goes to the ground, as is the propensity of modern goalkeepers these days. And could well be that the next kick up.
Zanev's just going to hold on to the ball.
Final action that we see here this afternoon at Prenton Park, and what would be an absolutely fantastic result from the Dons.
Oh, damn, the crowd stopped chanting. I was going to go, AFC Wimbledon. Oh, Callum Bai having a hard time dealing with Hemmings. Bit sketchy there from Zanev as the rebound was straight up and collected it anyway. Speaking of Callum Bai. Boo! Boo! Man, I gotta say, okay, real quick before I get into my post-match analysis, the Tranmere fans were fuming from the first minute. They were like screaming at every challenge that we made, even though like 80% of our challenges were clean. No, they were just agitated the whole game. And throughout that first half was just one word for Tranmere: frustration, right? They gave the ball away several times. They tried to play it square. The likes of Ogundare, who had a fantastic game, by the way, and Byler, who also exceeded expectations. Both of them cutting off a couple of square balls, getting into challenges, cutting off space, preventing like the likes of Hawks and Morris in the wide areas to have space to go forward into the final third. And then a red card for Tranmere in the 40th minute. I couldn't see on iFollow, but supposedly it wasn't a punch or an elbow from Simiu. It was more so, I don't even know what it was, actually, if someone could catch me up to speed on that. But believe it or not, actually, Tranmere played a little bit better when they went 10 men down. And they threatened a couple of times, but they didn't have any clear-cut chances aside from the penalty, which I'll get into. And there was one instance where Zanev made a... I'm trying to remember something. It was Zanev. Nah, never mind. Anyway, I'll get into the goal in just a moment, but I'll try to start off chronologically. So, let's see here. Okay. So, how was the goal scored again? My memory is so foggy. Oh my god. It was such a captivating, emotional... It was such an emotional game that I kind of forgot how the first goal was scored. My bad. Let me pull that up real quick. I'm going to be posting this post-match analysis on YouTube anyway. I'll edit it a little bit for like silences like this. Oh, yeah, okay. So it was Davison holding it up. It was a chest touch straight over to Asal, who took a touch over inside the penalty area, tried to get a cross off. It was partially deflected. Chislett anticipating that. Very nice work from Chislett there to anticipate it. Laced it above the keeper's head. It wasn't put with a lot of power. Maybe could have done a little bit better if you're the keeper, but Chislett keeping it just under the bar. Good finish there from Chislett, who overall had a pretty good game, if I'm being honest. And I thought Chislett maybe would have been subbed off maybe like in the 75th minute or so for some defensive shape, maybe Alfie Bendel coming on, but he didn't come on. I thought maybe Magoma should have come off because he had a bit of a poor game. I think he was the only individual that I thought had a performance that was lower than a 5 out of 10, or a 5 out of 10 or lower, I should say. Everyone else did their part. But, yeah, the goal was well put away there by Chislett with his laces above the keeper. You know, that first half was just all Wimbledon, I gotta say. Tranmere didn't really have very much of an answer to AFC Wimbledon's not high press per se, but anytime they got it to their outside midfielders, again, the likes of Byler and Ogundere would close the space. And Hawks forced to come off early after he was on the book and after the red card. Hawks, kind of similar to Leyton Orient's number 11, Archibald, frustrated, got a yellow card because he got in the face of Ethan Chislett and got frustrated with him. He was in Ogundere's pocket the whole time until he came off. Hawks couldn't create anything. He was frustrated again. Morris on that right-hand side did a lot better in the second half, but in the first half, he was kept quiet by Byler closing down the space and whatnot. But in the second half, Morris would, first touch would be heavy towards the right-hand side to try to create some space for a cross, or he would like take it to the center and shrug off some challenges. He did better in the second half, Morris, for Tranmere. But other than that, couldn't really create too many chances. The chances really came after the substitution of Elliot Nevitt, who came on for Tranmere. Won a couple headers, held the ball up, brought some players into the play. And there was an opportunity where a header was won by, I think, I could be wrong, but I think it was Nevitt, who came on as a substitute 10 minutes prior. Won a header from the clearance from the keeper. Ogundere didn't win that one. And Hemmings, no, it was Lewis that was in behind, and he got around Zanev, who tried to come out full force to smother it, but just mistimed it. Thankfully, didn't get on the book for that one. Just a bit of a mistimed challenge. I think he should have gotten a yellow for that. But Zanev, coming up big with the penalty save, went down to his left-hand side, but didn't fully commit to that penalty. Didn't commit to himself fully, and actually readjusted himself very nicely, because that penalty was down the middle, put with some pace. It wasn't like a chip. It wasn't a Panenka. It was like a right down the middle. Stuck his foot out. Good readjustment from Zanev, who overall had a very good game too. I think he made a couple of decent saves. One instance where there was a cross coming in around the 84th minute or so when they were already 2-0 up. It was a miscommunication between him and Kalambai. Kalambai looked to me like he was in position to clear it, but he kind of backed off last second. I think Kalambai should have cleared it. He was in position to do so, and Zanev immediately reacted, went to his right-hand side and beat it away. And there was another instance earlier in the half where there was a shot low and hard to his left, and he beat it away there too. I'm sorry. Yeah, it was in the second half that he did that. So good game from Zanev. Good game from Kalambai. I think aside from one instance in like the 3rd or 4th minute where he got caught out of position, maybe a huge gap between him and Towler allowing a shot from Lewis. Other than that, won a lot of headers, kept Hemmings at bay. Hemmings going down to ground a little too easily on a couple occasions, complaining to the ref for fouls. But Kalambai had a perfect balance of being too hands-on and too physical and not being physical at all. Won some headers and also, getting good positioning. And, Hemmings was kept quiet until maybe the 75th minute where he started to create more chances and get the better of Kalambai there. But Kalambai had a good game. Towler, aside from maybe one or two instances, he tried to shield the ball and got out-muscled. Or got, a challenge put in. Won every header virtually. Did a good job. Good defensive positioning. The back four was great. Woodyard did decent, got stuck in a couple challenges. Magoma, like I said, wasn't the best. Chislett did well. Asal was kind of quiet until the goal. I think the goal was fantastic. It was a header won by the center back from Tranmere, but Davison picked it up, and it was a 3-on-3. I mean, Tranmere's midfield was so slow to get back, and it allowed Asal to be one-on-one against the outside back, Cogley. Nobody could help him because they didn't have too much numbers. And then Asal immediately knew what he wanted to do, cut it to his right foot with pace, and then curled it top corner. Beautiful finish. Ayub Asal, have a bow. Josh Davison had a very good performance. I mean, it was a 9 out of 10 from Davison. Held the ball up on most occasions. Laid the ball off a few times. Won some headers. Davison has been improving throughout as the season has progressed. Well, maybe I should say he started off the season well. Had a bit of a 3-game slump around match week 8 through 10. But then after that, he's been picking it up. I mean, he's been very consistent over the last 4 or 5 games or so, Josh Davison. And imagine, when NYC comes back in, imagine a 2 up top with Davison and NYC, or keep this formation with NYC on the right-hand side. I think we're going to be looking good, boys. Once NYC comes back, I think we're going to look even more fortified. And I think we can maybe start to make a push towards that top 6. But I appreciate you guys coming out. Let me read some of the comments here. The way Hudlin has to basically look at the floor when talking to the refs is funny. Yeah, very tall individual, very imposing. 5 points off playoffs. No longer negative goal difference. 9 unbeaten. One of our better players coming back on Monday. Yep, I didn't realize when NYC was actually coming back, but he's reportedly coming back on Monday. Maybe not going to be starting right away. Maybe coming on as a sub in the first game that he comes back. But yeah, I mean, Magoma, I think he struggled in the first half, and in the second half he started to pick it up a little bit. I know I was probably a little bit too strict on Magoma. I think the first half, maybe not the best passes, the end product lacking a little bit in that first half, with a couple passes going away from Asal, going away from the runs being made by him and Chislett, and maybe getting shrugged off a few times of challenges. But the second half he looked better. I think he got stuck in a few challenges in the second half. Strung a couple passes together. Wasn't really too much of an impact in terms of chance creation, but I think he played a lot better in terms of stringing passes together in that second half. But yeah, I mean, all around, the team played well. I didn't mention Pell, who won a few headers. Didn't really have a significant impact on like significant chances created, but he was there, won a few headers, won some knockdowns. We didn't create too much from Pell's knockdown specifically, but the chances that we had, we took them. If I were to look at the stats, we had 8 shots, 5 on target, and we were very clinical in that final third, aside from a couple of poor passes in the first half in the final third. Second half, we were a lot more clinical. Like I said, very good defensive shape overall too. Maybe not the best spell from the 45th to like 60th minute, but other than that, played well across the game. Yeah, I'm going to be uploading this to YouTube within an hour or so. Thank you guys for watching. See you guys in the next one. Come on, you Dons.